probably going to be a little loud tonight because technically I'm being affected by a tropical storm. It's not raining at all. It is really windy. So maybe I'll get smacked on the head by a branch or something. I probably deserve it. I believe that all 5 cats are out because they were mad that I made them stay in earlier, so I don't know who's following me and who's not. I was going to make this video during the day, which would have been shocking. But I have time now, so here we are in the night, taking my cats for a walk, waiting for the cops to show up. Can't even see. Oh, there's Pansy over there. Oh, well, you can't see any of them anyway. I feel kind of pretentious for making this video. Kind of like, duh. Kind of like, who am I to think I have anything else to say about the subject? Here comes the wind again. But then again, what do? I talk about stuff that happens in my life and then explain what I'm going through and explain sort of the avoidant personality disorder filter. And maybe this is like the most perfectly appropriate. I've got none of the cats following me. I think they're freaked out by the wind. Time to talk about this. I wanted to talk about sort of the relationship between excitement and anxiety. I've already made video, probably more than one, about how avoidant personality disorder is not social anxiety disorder and how, yes, a lot of times they're comorbid. Somebody's following. Sounds like Poppy. Completely freaked out. He might get lost from the wind. He's been affected by weather before, been thrown off, and has not found him way home. So I'll just make sure he comes home tomorrow. Anyway, back to what I was saying, which is anxiety is not a requirement of avoidant personality disorder. It is not part of really the diagnostic criteria. It is extremely commonly comorbid. If it's not social anxiety disorder, which is different because that is specific to certain social scenarios somebody might be in. Like, social anxiety disorder is fear of getting up in front of people and talking or something like that, which I do have, but I don't have it to the point where I have disorder. As a matter of fact, it's really weird, but if I'm talking about something that I'm really interested in, I am not affected by the anxiety while I am speaking. It's after the fact, and it's like I come crashing down and go, oh my God, what have I done? And that's when it affects me. Pop! He's back there. I doubt you can hear anything anyway. It's crazy wind. Poppy? He's freaking out. Anyway, sorry about that. Oh, fire truck. Haven't lost my lights. Well, this neighborhood hasn't. I haven't either. Miracle. Anyway, watch me go walking down and suddenly it goes completely black and I won't be able to find my home. Yeah, there is actually a fire station near me. I'm amazed. It's the first time I've heard the sirens while I'm walking. And you probably can't hear it because of the wind. Well, anyway, back to it. It's pretty much near 100%. Sorry, I've got to go get back and get my cat. That somebody with avoidant personality disorder is aware of how anxiety feels. Even if they don't have an anxiety disorder. There he is. Come on, Poppy. He's freaking out because of the wind. Come on. Yeah, I know. There's other cats back there. They chose not to come. That's their decision. Come on. Hi, Poppy. Okay. Now he's happy. Here comes another gust. All right already. Okay. So here is the thing. Let me get past those trees. In reality, physiologically, when you are anxious and when you are excited, it is almost exactly the exact same thing as far as physical responses in your body. So, one of the issues with somebody who has avoidant personality disorder, which is of course a series of behaviors that are basically become completely ingrained because they're trying to protect the person who has avoidant personality disorder. Oh, so weird. There's usually a big tent in this yard and it's gone, and I don't know if it blew away or if it's taken down, but it's strange. Anyway, and the cat's right behind me. So, the problem with avoidant personality disorder is when you feel excitement, you sort of register it as anxiety. This is probably a cop coming because nobody in their right mind is out. So expect to get grilled by them of why on earth I would be out walking at this time of night. Anyway, so the problem is that in an attempt to protect yourself, when you have the triggers that are actually excitement, not a cop, wow. They feel the same as anxiety, and so you react in an anxious way. And you sort of retract and you want to stop it. And you don't want to feel these exciting feelings because you're registering anxiety and you're not feeling or recognizing that there is a difference. I'm going through this right now, not because I'm in the middle of a storm. I mean, this should cause real anxiety. Lots of trees, lots of wind. There's some falling down right now. Bad things could happen. It's because I'm having a trip that I'm going on, and this is something I should be excited about. The issue is cops. What did I say? 2 cops. The issue is that usually I have such a short window of time between, I'm going to do this trip and actually doing the trip, that I'm spending the entire time totally focused on preparing for it. This trip I'm going on now, 1, I've been there before. 2, it's in the United States. 3, I'm actually using a travel agent, which was kind of useless. But hey, it was free and it's giving somebody else, commission, and I'm trying to do my part to help people as much as possible and, stimulate the economy and all that stuff. Come on, Pop. Come on, let's go back. It's getting kind of nuts out here. Come on, Poppy. Anyway, I don't have enough to sort of super focus on. Everything's done. I already planned everything. Seriously, to the point where I've started thinking about my next trip because this one is totally planned. And so I'm having the reaction that would, any normal human being who did not have a personality disorder or an anxiety disorder would see as excitement. Yes, I get to go do this. And instead, there's a part of me that's kind of dreading it. Dreading the fun stuff I will be doing. Worrying about, geez, if I eat something strange, I might get sick. Which is stupid. It's probably going to happen, but who cares? Everywhere I go, it's probably going to happen. Excuse me, sneezing. This is a problem when you're out in a tropical storm, is the wind kicks up all kinds of stuff that you're breathing. I don't have a cold. I don't really have allergies. I definitely don't have COVID, just to make that clear. I've just got dust up my nose. Anyway, I went to Morocco. My doctor told me that 100% of her patients that had gone to Morocco got ill from the food. And it was not like a terrible racist thing. It was, these, people have a different set of hygiene rules but they live by, and they're used to the bugs that they're ingesting, so they don't get sick, and people assume they won't. And I saw it firsthand when I was there. I went on a tour to go hike up a mountain and to go ride a camel. Yeah, never again. I don't know, never again. But really, yeah. It takes some major thigh muscles to be able to ride a camel. Like, wow. Anyway, yeah, I've done it. I don't think I need to do it again. But these people, they were like, okay, we went to a bathroom. First of all, they went, oh my God. They went to one of those non-westernized bathrooms. It's different. When you're used to it, that's what you're used to. I grew up in Maine. I am used to legit outhouses in barns. There was one by me where I grew up that actually had a 3-seater. And that's just, that's what people were used to, and that's what I grew up with, and nothing of it. The bathrooms that they had, public bathrooms in Morocco were radically different from a westernized bathroom. So first of all, I guess ups to them that they attempted it. I didn't. Nope. And then they come out of there and they're like, oh my God, it was filthy and disgusting, and bugs all over, because yeah, that's the way it is. When you have sort of a trough instead of, plumbing that flushes everything away, that's what happens. And then they immediately went to the sink and washed their hands. In a westernized culture, that would take care of it. You would have, water that had been sanitized, and you would have soap there, and that would be great. And I was just like, oh my God, you just put the water that is contaminated on your hands. If it was me, I would definitely, if I had used that bathroom, I wouldn't have touched anything and I wouldn't have washed my hands. But they wash their hands with the water. I was like, oh my God, here, please, please, for my heart, have a squirt of hand sanitizer, please. I know you just wash your hands, please. Oh God, I couldn't even think. So I'm prepared for that type of thing. As far as, so the first and only of my doctor's patients who went to Morocco and did not get sick, did not get food poisoning. Now I have to get this cat out of here, and he wants to lay around, and he's going to freak out from the wind. It's going to disorient him. I'm going to go, and I will be eating different kind of food, different kind of water. It's obviously westernized, but it's different, and I can react to it, and that's a fact. Of all the things to be worried about, are you kidding? Are you kidding? I went to Morocco. I didn't get sick. I'm probably not going to get sick in Florida. But this is the way my brain is going, and it is because it's kind of exciting that that's like a big thing for me as a person with avoidant personality disorder, is having somebody else prepare food for me, because nobody ever does it. I'm alone, and nobody ever does it. And the only time I can have somebody else prepare food for me is to go to a restaurant, and there I feel like I'm being judged because I'm going to do an order, and maybe it's not what they would have thought that people should order there, or maybe I'm getting something weird. This is the thing that goes through my head. And this is why, as a person with avoidant personality disorder, excitement and anxiety get totally fused and merged. And I wish I had something more to say about it. I wish it wasn't like totally obvious. Although for some people it's not. And maybe this is the first time you've ever heard that. And that's kind of great. If you've never heard it and I've taught you something new, that's great. It's like the first thing you learn in therapy. So if you're learning this from me and it's interesting and it affects your life in a positive way, then maybe therapy would work for you also. Because that's the type of thing you do in therapy, is learn that type of stuff. Anyway, so yeah, I'm turning it. Oh, hi, another one of my cats. That's Percy. I don't know why they all go up there. Well, I do know why they go up there, because it's like, this is a driveway and it goes straight into the woods, and they love that woods. They all go up there. They don't think it is a driveway, they think it's their personal road to their personal woods that they like to go up. Oh great, here comes a cat. There's Pansy, there's Poppy, Percy's around here somewhere. Hey Pans, please stay out of the room. Okay, nobody's in the room, this is cool. This is another cop. Not another cop. Okay, so 50% of the cars that went past me were cops. That's pretty good, right? Anyway, so, again, my advice for somebody who has either an anxiety disorder or a personality disorder, and of course specifically avoidant personality disorder, if you're feeling anxious, but you're not thinking it, but it's a physical feeling. Oh, there's Perry too. See, they're all out here. Hey, Perry. See if I can get you lit up. Lit up. Being crazy. If you're feeling anxious, then you might not be anxious. You might be excited. How to tell the difference is basically attitude. It's your impression. 1, 2, 3. I think all 5 of them are out here with me right now. That's a hint. They must all be hungry. If you are going into something that you're dreading, that's anxiety. If you're going into something that you're looking forward to, even if it's stressful, like say you're going to apply for a new job and you've got a interview, you might go, oh my God, I'm super anxious about this, because you're having the same physical reaction. But really, if you think about it, are you dreading it? You might be a little bit, but I mean, are you like, this is something you don't want to do? Like, this is going to the dentist and getting a root canal. That's dreading. If it's something that you actually want and you're invested in, but it means you've got to put some effort into it. And so you're hyped. This is going to be controversial. That is not anxiety. That is excitement. That you have translated to yourself as being anxiety because it feels the way you felt when you were anxious. And it was legit. And so that's the thing to do. When you start feeling, oh my goodness, I'm feeling nervous about something. First of all, recognize that. Acknowledge those feelings. Second, pay attention to what you want. Is this something that you want? If this is like, I'm going to go on a date and it's somebody that I'm really interested in, and maybe I'd like to spend more time with them, that's not anxiety. That's excitement. I'm a hypocrite saying this because I think maybe 20% of the time I can recognize it and really nail it down in my head. And it's something I work on a lot. And I do a lot of things that would cause anxiety and a lot of things that would cause excitement. Both. And I do them at the same time, and it's really hard to tease them apart. But the reality is, I think a lot of times people with avoidant personality disorder say that they are anxious when they are actually excited, but the avoidance is putting a negative spin on it in order to self-protect. And the first step is to recognize that. The second step is to label it. And then you can decide, do you want to be anxious about this thing? Or do you want to confront it, recognize that you're excited, or to do both? Oh, we got a car coming, or a truck, or a cop, whichever. Recognize that you are excited, or just let it go completely, which is actually another option that you can do. You can realize that you, just like when I was going through my mindfulness, and the thing that I learned, the most useful thing I learned from DBT, you can have a thought and you can let it go. You can feel very anxious or excited, and you can either hold that and keep that and react, because you know what, being excited about something actually does, to a lot of people, feel really good. So maybe you do want to feel excited about this thing that's coming in your life, right? But don't get so stuck there that you're feeling anxious about this thing that you're really actually excited about. I feel like I'm talking in circles. And I feel like I'm describing things that I sort of have to be talking to the choir about. That you either already know this and you're totally understanding what I'm saying, and you're like, yeah, I get it. And if you don't, then I haven't done a good enough job of describing these differences in what I'm talking about, and how that you can feel these feelings and then recognize it and label, is this anxiety or is this excitement? One, and two, then you can decide, do I want to hold on to these feelings, or is it not working for me right now and I want to let it go? That doesn't mean it'll go forever. It'll come back. Like if you're excited about something, you might be like really excited, but it's inconvenient timing because you've got to get your work done. Okay, I'm not going to focus on that right now in these feelings that I'm having. I'm just going to like put it to the back of my head, and when it's a more convenient time, I'm going to get really excited about this thing that I can get excited about, instead of being stuck thinking about something that it's just not working for you. You need to be thinking about something else. All right, these cats all need to be fed. I have a strong feeling I made this entire video upside down. Not like you can tell, because it's completely black out here. Anyway, I hope that this was slightly helpful. I hope that it made some kind of sense. Somehow we still have fireflies? That's impossible. Okay, I gotta round up these cats and feed them. Bye.